Welcome back, folks. One of my favorite days of the month when we sign on to the MSSADA podcast. Matt Trahan here with my good friend, the Big Bedford Buck, Keith Mangan. How we doing?
We are outstanding. How are you today, my friend?
You know what? It's been a good week. It's been a good week. I'm more than thrilled to be on here with you. You know what? It's we're getting closer and closer to Turkey Day, and you know what comes after that?
What's that?
We're going to Tampa.
Oh, all right. That's right.
I was talking about Christmas. Right? Listen,
I almost forgot.
How could you forget?
Yeah, right.
Speaking of Tampa, we're going to see one of our fan favorites down there. We'll be seeing Gold Athletics and Matt Ross. The only way to fundraise. Gold Athletics, premium sponsor of Mssada, and they take care of all of your fundraising needs. Just ask anyone who's using them. Gold Athletics, the only way to fundraise.
Oh, listen, I tell you, I just got an email the other day from my wrestling coach. Had a nice meeting with Steve Ash over at Gold Athletics, and they're getting on board, and we got another team joining on. So that's good to hear.
I love it. Keith, typically we would do this and, we would talk for a little bit, but, the suspense, I think, is probably killing our guest. So we're going to,
it's
drum roll, please. One of the best from Clinton High School, Jen Garvin coming in.
Here we go. There he is. There we go. Here she comes.
Hi, guys. How are you?
I'm excellent. And yourself?
I'm doing great. Thank you. It's a wonderful Thursday here at Clinton High School, getting ready for the weekend.
Yes. I'm excited. It was nice to kind of have that little, extra day this week, which kind of sped things up. What do you got going on this weekend, Jen?
So I have my football team heading to West Bridgewater to see Jen Hamill for our Elite 8 game. So that'll be a great weekend. So looking forward to heading down there and seeing the team compete. I think they're ready to go. I was just hanging up jerseys in our area that they're not using anymore and getting ready for this weekend.
Awesome. That sounds great.
What about you guys? Anything good?
I'm going to Framingham Friday night. We're in a vocational tournament, so we're going to be playing Keefe Tech. And I know Keefe, who you got Friday night?
We got Danvers. So we were eliminated from the state playoff this week. We lost to Walpole in overtime.
Yep.
So now we're Danvers is coming to Bedford on Friday night.
Nice.
Okay.
Excellent.
Nice. Always a busy time, but it's coming quick. It's coming quick. Where the ball will be bouncing soon. So Jen, we put you on the hot seat in the meeting, right? We said, hey, we wanted a special guest, and we got one. So Jen, I know that Keith probably handed you a couple of softballs and a layup here, but I'm going to ask you a question. Tell us a little bit about how you got into athletics and specifically the athletic director's position.
So I felt fortunate. My family was deep into athletics. My father was actually inducted into the Hall of Fame at East Long Meadow. So he had a deep root of athletics. I think he spent a little bit too much time in the penalty box, but that's all good. I'm pretty sure that was the award he got when he was in the Hall of Fame. But again, great hockey player. And it just kind of carried through to all of us as far as my brothers and sisters. And we all were into athletics, multi-sports. By the time I came around, because I'm the fourth, specialized, trying to get my student athletes to not necessarily specialize and keep going and multi-sport. I think it's really, really important. So again, that kind of family tradition, and then carrying into collegiate side, and then coming back and looking at, what are my favorite things to do? And I say this on here, anything. And I love academics, but that's after school. I loved, I actually was an equestrian. I rode for years, as well as my athletic side. I also owned a performing arts studio for quite a while, for 10 years. So anything that kind of builds that outside, team building, all that kind of stuff just really interested me. And that's what got me back into the athletic side of it and wanting to be an athletic director.
That's fantastic.
So I got a question. I just heard something I didn't know until just now. I'd like to expound a little bit on the equestrian thing.
So I grew up when I was in sixth grade. I always rode, and then I ended up with 2 horses down the street from me, my friends. Did that until I had horses until I was about a junior in high school, then took some time off because athletics was so overwhelming. leaving out for college. And then I was fortunate enough when I was about 35, actually, I continued riding. My kids, I got them into riding. And then I was fortunate to bring a horse across the street from where I live now for a little while, which was awesome. I actually think that equestrian is an awesome asset to an athlete because every single thing that you feel, the horse feels, and every anxiety, every nervousness, every excitement, whatever it is that horse feels. So you have to stay in control the entire time. So I think it's a great asset for an athlete to be like, how do I self-control?
I love that. What's the horse's name? Give me the name.
When I was younger, I had Sunny Days, and then I had Winter Fire. Sunny was a mutt, as I call him. Winter Fire was a pure thoroughbred, came off the racetrack. And then the horse that I actually took in as a lease, his name was Calvin Klein, and he was half Frisian, half thoroughbred. He was a monster. I used to call him Big Baby. So he was probably my favorite out of all of them, just because he was like my big baby, and it was awesome. So all the kids were able to ride him. So he was a good boy.
I love it. That's fantastic.
Wow. I got to say, Jen, you never cease to disappoint. You never cease to disappoint. There's a whole lot in there that I don't even, not often I'm speechless, but I might be today.
It's good. I do it to my husband every once in a while too, and he's like, "Wow, didn't know that." So we're all good.
We learned something new today.
That's special. Okay.
So turning gears a little bit, I know how busy you are, at Clinton, but also with, in the preparation with the rest of us for March. Super exciting time. I know that you and I are working closely together, and we'll continue to work closely together. Tell us a little bit about what you have planned on, and on the docket for concurrent sessions and things that you'd like to implement.
So one of the big things I'm looking at right now is Tanya Rich was able to share some information with me over the last few years as far as feedback from what our athletic directors are looking for. So I'm trying to take that and blend it into maybe what's coming forward. So again, taking that, what their past interest was, and maybe what we see as athletic directors in our conversations in our Mssada events, our Mssada meetings, and seeing how to put that together to make good concurrent sessions that our athletic directors are really interested in. So I think the big thing right this minute is getting continued feedback. If people have things that they're interested in, reach out to me, as I'll be recruiting some more speakers as we move into the next month. Will be kind of a hot for me to get all the speakers set and who's coming in. But again, I'm looking for my athletic directors or fellow colleagues to say, hey, these are the things that we're interested in. And this is what we'd like to see at that March. So again, that March event, so that we pull them in and they want to get down to the Mssada event.
Absolutely. And you know what? I mean, on my end of it is so far so great. It's been a pleasure working with you. And, Kelly, I'll give Kelly a shout out. She pointed me in a direction with somebody as a keynote speaker, and I don't want to drop the bomb. I'm not going to give anybody a name. We'll keep it a surprise. But, I had a phone conversation with this individual, and salt of the earth, like right up our alley. And I'm hoping that we can kind of nail that down. So, all hands on deck, everybody's working extremely hard. And I know that when, Keith and I, and, now you're doing it as the first vice president, you want to have that thing kind of put to bed by the end of December, if not earlier. Right. So that's a shout out to all the ADs out there. If there's something that you want to hear, something you want to know more about, Jen's here, and obviously you can, get her information. You guys still there?
Yeah, I can hear you, Matt. I just want to freeze for a second.
Oh, good. Yeah, we had a little lag. I don't know what's going on.
Don't worry. I know the technology down on the south there, it doesn't always work as well. So
the wind's blowing, so it's
when you've been streaming old episodes of WCW and NWA wrestling all morning, it kind of eats up the bandwidth.
I thought you were going to say like Laverne and Shirley, or Happy Days.
Listen,
that's more your age group, Keith.
Bring in the old big ragu, and then we'll be all set.
My kids call it Boomer Nation. Boomer Nation is what they refer to my TV shows as.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
They don't really recognize what quality entertainment look like.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
That's a good conversation to have with them. What is quality entertainment?
This is for sure. This is for sure. So Jen, let's talk about Tampa. Let's talk about Tampa. You're attending. I think there's about 30. There's about 35 of us going down. Any big plans? Anything? Any must sees? Anything that you have on your calendar of events?
So I guess the big thing, especially at the event, is to hit that mentoring meeting. I'm really excited for that. I was able to attend last year, which was great, and get some good information, bring some information back to Mssada. But I think going again this year, I'll be attending, and Chris Schmidt will be attending from NetMonk, which is great. Hoping to work together with him, and then we get back with Tom Holgate on some of the information that we're getting and what that means for mentoring. Possibly in the future, if there's any changes or we want to move forward the way that we're functioning now. But again, bringing back that information, kind of a big highlight for me. And then the concurrent sessions down there, just to see exactly, again, bringing back some information. How are they running them? What are hot topics for them? I know it's the December time, but is there any, right turns we should make or left turns we should make as we're getting into maybe some of their hot topics from a national perspective?
Right. Absolutely. I got to tell you, so a couple of years ago, I sat in a session it was a coach's evaluation session, and you think like everyone sat through enough of those already. And one of the things we pulled through it is one of the presenters that did a thing about how they use AI or ChatGPT, and one of the different the search engines here to use AI, and they take. We started doing this last year with my coach's evaluation that I send out to kids, kind of talking about the season, how things are, and there's a bunch of yes/no questions and stuff like that, and then there's a couple of open-ended questions at the end, and I take those responses and I just dump them into ChatGPT and summarize them. And what a great tool made my life a whole lot easier instead of going through each one just to really kind of summarize, use it as a way to just summarize all the data, and to be able to sit down with a coach and have that conversation. How great it works! Absolutely. Does that mean it's lunchtime in Clinton? Is that what that bell is?
It is about to be lunchtime in Clinton, which is ironic because I live in a fishbowl. So I literally have signs up saying I'm on a podcast, like tapes, because I literally have glass windows all around me that face the cafeteria. So
oh, really? So that's interesting. So
there's a sign on my door too.
I was going to say, if I put that on my window saying that I'm on a podcast right now, it would actually make things worse. So I just pull the blinds and close the door and lock the door now because I get like banging on the windows and stuff like that.
Yeah. I'm waiting, but we'll see. Hopefully it'll be good.
Absolutely.
So I love the annual conference myself, the national. One of the ones Kurt Miller did from Georgia about 4 or 5 years ago, and it was the paperless office, right? So it was all about using Google Docs, using, and filing things and creating folders and whatnot. And I think over the last 5 years, I've strived for that, still not paperless, but I'm getting closer. And I feel like it's just an easy reference. It's easy to get back to. It's easy to share with your coaches. And I think everybody's kind of trending that way. You can't be afraid of technology. It's just there to help you, So looking forward to seeing some good things down there. And again, we're all delegates together. So we'll be spending a lot of time together, which is great.
Absolutely.
We will. It'll be a great event. Again, a nice time to kind of reset. I kind of laugh at people talk about, well, what do you do down there? And I'm like, our classes go through the weekend. Like we're on. So we might be down there and maybe be able to get to something in like an afternoon or an evening. But for the most part, we're on. We're in meetings. We're going to concurrent sessions where we're in the halls, looking at new products, bringing that back, saying what's going to work, what's not going to work, or what are some possibilities. So it's a busy 5-6 days, depending on how many days you're down there. But it's totally worth it to go down there. I suggest any AD that can to head to there.
Yeah,
100%.
Man, I gotta say, I'm really impressed with Jen's professionalism. How she's really worked out that response of what she does at the conference. How she's learning, exercising her brain the whole time, everything, sessions and stuff like that. I'm not so good at that because I panic when I get that question. So automatically assumption is that we're jumping around acting like donkeys the whole time, which is definitely not the case.
It's so not the case, but I will tell you, I am going to show this podcast to my wife if she's not watching right now, because that's the question. It's like, they use the V word, and no, it is not a vacation. It's far from a vacation. You're there to receive professional development. Yes, we do get to spend some time and maybe have a nice meal together, but like a lot of us are on committees and a lot of us are spoken for, covering for people. So I know that, it's jam packed, and, again, like you mentioned, going to the vendors, I always go to the vendors and try to bring back at least one. And it's been beneficial to our school. Like the networking piece, Keith, you could talk about the networking. We brokered the deal with Final Forms down there for our association. So, great things happen.
In Nashville. Well, we're in Nashville.
Yes. That's right.
Absolutely. And that's what worked out well. And how that just spun on and just took off in a life of its own. And we've got, just again sitting down with people and rubbing elbows a little bit and chatting and doing all these different things. And the other amazing part of it too, not to be a Debbie Downer here, but our phones are still ringing about stuff that happens here at school. We can put on that away message as much as we want, but we're still going to be answering questions back home, things that happen, and there's no way not to.
Absolutely.
You know
Absolutely.
what I mean?
No, it's definitely that away message is it all sounds good, but the hits keep rolling.
Absolutely.
So Keith, you had a couple of questions for Jen. I think I want to turn it over to you a little bit because I know that
you want to put me on the spot. So
hang on a sec. Hang on. Before you go there, right? I know you said something about what was it? You were showing your age a little bit. So I'm going to throw something. How about Karnak? Karnak from Johnny Carson.
Johnny Carson.
Yes. That's your age bracket, isn't it?
Maybe a little bit older, but that's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. I got your reference, but you clearly must have been on the old Goggle Box and looking stuff up or what things happen that are a little bit older.
Okay. All right.
We can throw out those lines here too about, but one of us here is a grandparent. So no matter what we say,
zing zing. Thank you.
But congratulations on that. Very much so, Matt. So
Thank
atop all the rest of stuff, that is just wonderful.
Oh yeah.
He didn't do anything. So don't, listen.
No, I just showed up. I was there.
A lot of this, but there isn't. Yeah. You kidding me?
This is the banter I needed today. I needed this.
I threw out the possibility last week of even doing the podcast from the hospital. And I thought what a great idea that would be. We could all meet the baby right away and stuff like that too. And I have never seen Matt Trahan speechless before.
Horrified.
Yeah, that would be a good word.
Horrified.
That probably would have been me too. If somebody asked that question, I'd be like, oh no, that's too far.
Probably not. And look, I think we know that I'm saying it joking, that I'm not really serious about that. But what a great experience for you and your family, and how exciting that must be. And now the best time is like spoil time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Spoiled. The tough thing is living a couple of states over. So we're trying to navigate that through the holidays, and this is the first go around. I think as time goes, we'll be better planners when it comes to that. But again, it's tough to get away from sports, right? So I've got two children here at the school with me, and one of them's a 3-sport athlete. So if it's good for him, it's good for everybody else. So if we travel, he will not be traveling.
Absolutely. And here's my question. Is it still the same, traveling? And Jen, I'm not sure if you know this, I knew this until now when Matt's boys are there as well, but who determines, are we still on the same routine for the music for the way in? Who's got control of that now, or has that changed at all? I know the minute my daughter gets in the car, she's got aux, as she says, even though it's not hooked up to an auxiliary cord, she's got aux. She's in control of the music, regardless of the level of the volume or anything like that. But what's still the go-to?
Jen, you go.
For me, listen, as soon as I get in the car, my kids take over, especially if it's my son. They're like, oh no, absolutely not. Are we listening to your music at all? So mine goes like way back stuff. And they're like, this is just too much. So though I have to admit, my son's music is also a mix of way back and future, but it's just, it's his mix. So he definitely owns it. My little one probably puts her earbuds on, is just like, I'm not listening to your music. And has her own like tracks, especially on the way to athletic events. So my oldest, she's in the check right now. I'm not even sure what she's listening to.
I can only imagine.
We've been on a kick in the car because I drive in the morning with them, and believe it or not, and it's not me. Like, it's like I like the music, but it isn't like my go-to. But it has been lately. The kids they've opened up to Motley Crue.
Oh, I love it.
We play Motley Crue. We're playing Poison. We're playing all of that stuff, and they know the words. And I think it's hilarious because they'll be passing it on to their own kids at some point. But fun.
That's great. That's great. Love it.
That's awesome. So, Jen, anything else that right around this time, since we won't have another one, but we're leading up to Thanksgiving, we've done this in the past. What would really, I didn't give you a heads up about this at all here. So what would be your go-to Thanksgiving side when you're sitting down? If there was one side that you could, and I know this is a near impossible question for a lot of people, but what is that one side that you want to make sure you have at Thanksgiving dinner?
It's the stuffing.
Stuffing.
It has to be stuffing. It's got to be stuffed in the turkey. You can have some extra on the side. That's fine, but you better make sure you put the turkey juice in with it. I'm extremely picky. I generally make the stuffing.
Okay.
I stole it from a friend of ours. So if you don't know, you want a surprise, we usually go to a camp in New Hampshire.
Yeah.
It's 2 miles in the woods. It has no running water, no electricity. We now have a gas stove. We have a generator. Sometimes that comes up with us. And it doesn't even have a bathroom area. You have like a double outhouse. So that's generally our Thanksgiving. And we bring everything up.
Wow.
So
listen,
Chad, I got to tell you, mind blown today.
Yes, she is. We're not even down in Tampa yet, and I'm learning things that I didn't think I would hear. Like honestly, like you went full pilgrim on us.
Literally, we made bean stews every once in a while and all sorts of things. So I tried to get the crew up there, Kelly and all those guys. I'm like, guys, come on. They're resistant. They're slightly resistant to it.
Well, people I think want running water, and people like electricity and stuff like that. When possible, but. Between that and the equestrian
football, great on TV.
Oh yeah. Well, listen, now that I know about the equestrian thing, when our former president, when we were in, may or may not have ridden a mechanical bull at some point.
Yes.
Maybe we could have seen Jen ride as well.
Yeah, I actually heard that story. So very nice. So we'll swing it back around. Keith, what's your favorite side?
Oh,
here we go.
My favorite is, there are two. Corn pudding, which is basically like corn, saltines, butter, some more butter, all mixed in together, which I love. But so I go to my wife's family's, my mother-in-law's Sicilian. So as much as we have turkey, I would say the next side would be lazy lasagna, or so there's also pasta as well. So it's like you can't leave hungry, and if you do, there's something wrong with you, because there's more than enough food. So it'll be interesting. Looking forward to it. And we're not hosting this year for Thanksgiving for football. So I always like when we're on the road, so I can just go to the game, leave, go to my in-laws, and not have to worry about anything or all the extra stuff.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
I hear you.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
So Jen, mine is a little different, and I picked this up, I don't know, from my grandmother. Portuguese stuffing.
Ooh.
Portuguese stuffing. It is so good. Ground linguiça and chorizo in the stuffing, and then you get like a little bit of a crust on the top. So you get a little hard, and you get a little. It's unbelievable. And then the other one that I like is the acorn squash caramelized with.
Oh, I love that.
Oh, so good. So good. But I do have something to report. Kelly's on here right now, and she shot us a message. She is ready to get to camp. She's getting to camp. So there's over 100 people on here right now. So throw it out to us, and we'll give you a shout out if you tell us your favorite dish, your favorite side. Let us know what it is. So you got, what is it? Corn pudding?
Yep.
We got Portuguese stuffing. And
regular stuffing, meat or whatever. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I got a strange one. My son does not like turkey. He's like, Dad, do we have to do turkey? I go, it's Thanksgiving. I mean, what do you want? Ham? I go, oh, yeah, I'm not making chicken on Thanksgiving. What's wrong with you?
What if you throw it out? I know you got the new outdoor kitchen out there too now, Matt. So what if you do? Have you got the smoker yet? You throw like a smaller turkey in the smoker, or?
I'm sad to say that the outdoor kitchen is a cover. Okay, so right now it's going to be an outdoor kitchen, but right now there's a bar out there, so it's more of a after dinner spot.
Okay, all right. Which depending upon how well Thanksgiving goes, just as important.
Yes.
Yeah, 100%.
Especially when you're spending time with family, that could be good or bad.
We're getting there. So Kelly, if you're still watching, what's your side? I want to know. Inquiring minds want to know what's the president's favorite side.
Oh,
and she hasn't hit us
here
with a reply.
You know, I'm going to bet you it's going to be something like a, you know, I've known Kelly for a long time. I'm feeling like a green bean casserole or something like that is going to be her thing.
I think T usually makes that, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh,
from
really?
Our conversations before, yeah.
What?
I made the tea yesterday.
There we go. I was wrong. I stand corrected.
Lots of butter. Butternut squash, lots of butter.
I like butter.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. So, Jen, we learned a lot of things about you today. Okay,
Yeah.
that's second, Keith. She said the green bean is second. We learned a lot of things today, Jen, and I hope you feel like you're at home, because you will soon to be the president at some point soon, and you know that's a obvious invite to be back at some point. What we are talking about doing, and we would definitely consider your recommendation. We're looking about bringing on a couple of vendors at some point, some of our biggest vendors.
Yep.
So what Keith and I have been talking about that, and then certainly we'd have a lot of fun down, podcasting live from Tampa. So, if you happen to be in the area and you're not too busy, you're always welcome to hop on with us and, spread the good news.
We've definitely, I would say some of our best podcasts that we've had have been live on location.
Absolutely.
I think I recall that. So there's some epic ones that have happened down there. So that's great.
Especially the year we got pelted with oranges down in Orlando as people were walking by and grabbing oranges, just throwing them to us while we were.
I still have welts.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Well, listen, thank you guys so much for joining us. Jen, do you have any closing remarks? Anything you want to tell anybody? Shout outs, anything?
I just want to say again, thank you guys. This is great. I think it's great for our athletic directors. I look forward to seeing everybody that's heading down to Tampa. And then again, for those of you I see in monthly, that's great. And planning for that March event. If you haven't thought about it yet, make sure you talk to your administration. Make sure that you're cleared to come to that March event down at the Cape. It is well worth it to come down there. Great concurrent sessions, great classes will be taught, and lots of information for you. Yep. So again, please consider that if you haven't yet.
And let me just add on as well, again, folks, that if you've already taken care of your membership already for the year, the cost of attending the conference is included in your membership. So all you have to do is get your room out there, folks. So make sure if you've already taken care of your membership, you should be good to go. Once registration opens, you want to go on and get your room squared away as quickly as you can. But please come down. It's an invaluable experience for athletic directors.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And last but not least, got to give the shout out one more time. Our friends at Gold Athletics, the only way to fundraise. Gold Athletics, premium fundraising sponsor of Mssada. They take care of all your needs. I hear they have some beef jerky for me. I don't know when I'll see it. However,
hopefully they're going to have some down in Tampa. Hopefully,
it's either that or chocolate chip cookies. One of the two.
Yeah,
one of the two. But Jen, thank you so much for joining Keith and I. Always a pleasure to see you, and Keith. Always a pleasure to be in your presence because I feel younger.
Thank you both.
Take care, guys.
We'll see you.
You know.